So when I say fun and distraction and entertainment and crazy wild stuff, you're thinking fun, distraction, crazy wild stuff, right? Well, let me tell you this. Some of these stuff can actually damage the quality of your presence and the quality of your holding space in intimacy. And what does that do? It gradually distracts you from your partner. Got it. Hi, this is Liana, Holistic Intimacy Coach. Welcome back to my channel. Here, I help you get your orgasmic intimacy. So, guess where I got inspired from today? Yep. I've been working a lot lately, and I've seen myself pulling away and not showing up for my practice, actually. I've kind of been skipping practice because I've been working more around, I changed my work, and therefore I have less time for practice. And I have less time for workouts also. So those are two negatives. And this is how I got to it. First of all, understand distraction. If you're anything like me, you're living in a city which is noisy. You have neighbors which are noisy. Before doing this video, I actually fought with a neighbor because they were making too much noise in the building. And your capacity to sustain for long periods of time loud noise, extremely powerful lights, just agitation and all the crazy fast movement, all that, well, your capacity to hold space for that is not unlimited. So it actually consumes you, nervously speaking, okay? You consume a lot of nervous energy on those. And by the time you get back home or you end your day and you want to maybe entertain yourself or relax yourself, guess what? You don't have that much energy. What does that do in your intimate life? Reduces the quality of your intimacy. How do we cope in the moment with all the nasty noise, agitation, lights, and all of that? We look away. We cover our ears. We just move away from there. So we somehow remove ourselves from that place. And if we can't, we distract ourselves. There are various ways in which we can distract ourselves. Short videos, super fast stuff like scrolling mindlessly on social media, watching commercials and all of that. Right, it's not going to help us. Those are short attention span materials. They're designed to entertain and they're extremely good at it. And those are the sugar of your psycho-emotional capacity to be there. The sugar or the fast food. The smart way or the whole food, the slow food, the gourmet way of distracting yourself from nasty things is actually focusing on longer attention span materials. That's the first one. More complex either discussions or more complex stories. And I'm going to give you a few resources here from my field. Number one, La Vénus à la fourrure. That's French for Venus in Fur. And this is the play which was turned into a movie. Yes, it's in French. I think you can find it with subtitles in case you don't speak French. That was by Leopold von Masoch. And after his name, masochism was invented. Another resource, this is also a movie, it's called Shame, and this one is also around sexuality, and this one was recommended by a client of mine. It was a struggle for me to watch it, but yeah, it made sense by the end, and I think it's going to make sense for you too, to realize that people, your partners, most of them might not be entertainers. And even entertainers, they can't entertain others all the time. They don't have the energy. So your intimate life might not always be entertaining. Okay? It's real, raw, meaning not embellished, no fluff added, no sugar, no added sugar to it, no nothing. So you got to be able to digest the sour, the bitter, the salty, the spicy, the sweet, all of it. Okay, that means your taste buds, figuratively speaking, so psycho-emotional taste buds, somehow need to be resensitized. Right now they are numb. With all the distractions and all the stuff that you're watching, and most of us, our psycho-emotional taste buds tend to go numb. It's too fast, we just don't process it. So we need to resensitize our taste buds in order to actually understand that relationships are not always pinky. Intimacy actually comes with all the plethora of things. And if we want to work through the beauty of our intimacy, the rewards that intimacy brings, well, we might have to taste the bitter, the sour, the salty, the spicy, the sweet, all of it. Umami, was that also? Yeah. So consider how you're distracting yourself, and consider not only is this going to impact your intimate life, okay? It's going to impact all areas of your life, but I'm focused on intimacy. Good lovers or great lovers are excellent breathers and attention keepers, or attention payers, however you want to call it. So they stay there, okay? They are able to hold space, but that means they're able to stay there and stomach it somehow. And not just anyone, they're partners. That's the thing. There are times when we naturally and intuitively or instinctively pull away to spend time with ourselves. That's totally different. Maybe sometimes we do it in moments of crisis or unpleasant moments. Sometimes we do it because we just need to be with ourselves also. It's totally hygienic. From a psycho-emotional perspective, that's totally hygienic. But I'm talking about challenges that sometimes they need to be faced there. And no matter what shiny, new, bright partner we meet, challenge is still gonna come. Still gonna come. Still gonna be there. This is not something uncommon. A lot of people who divorce because their relationship goes sour, they find a new partner, and then in many cases relationships go sour there as well, because things also go sour. Okay, that's how things are supposed to be. They're not only beautiful, they're not only sweet, they're with all tastes. The thing that we can work on is our capacity to either distract ourselves in the right way, so that, like, in a resourceful way, and then come back and face the situations at hand, but face them in a constructive way. Best qualities for being a lover. The best qualities of really, really gifted lovers. And those are cultivated or developed, grown on their own intentionally through self-effort. Absolutely. They rarely are people born with, I don't know, immunity to the distractions and all the stuff that we are living through. Okay, rarely. There might be some phenomenon out there, like one or two, but most of us, yeah, we're affected by this, and our ability to be present in intimacy decreases. So here's my tip for you. Aside from watching longer material, longer span materials, meditate. Really. And when I mean meditation, I mean the actual pure meditation, silence, no guiding, that whenever it's guided, it's focusing, basically. You just sit there with yourself, at least try that for 5 minutes. Even if it goes sour or you just check out every 2 seconds, okay, you come back every 3rd second. You got to think in that term. And third, if you want to be good in your intimacy, intentionally not just put time aside, but also show up when you put time aside for doing anything related to your sexuality. Your habit to touch yourself, to feel yourself from within or from without, however you want to look at it, your ability to work with arousal, even if some days it's lowered, some days it's higher, doesn't matter. Your ability to also work and sustain arousal even on your own, that's the savior for your long-term relationship. If you think that your long-term relationship is not going to hit some really nasty walls, then, I don't know, maybe you're extremely lucky or living on planet Neptune, okay, ruler of Pisces for anybody who's into astrology, okay, the dreamers of the zodiac. So, anything aside from that, well, you're going to meet some crises in your relationship, and the best resource is going to be you in those moments. Not your partner, no, nothing from the outside. You. How you don't freak out, how you don't blow it by saying the wrong stuff, how you don't give up when actually maybe you just need to take some time, break away, like really zoom out and see things in a higher perspective, and your ability to see the solution there. Even if it takes maybe a year sometimes. What's a year when it comes to actually saving the love of your life, meaning the relationship with the love of your life? Yeah, it's still out there. Even if right now we're just jumping from flower to flower, I still believe that people have a love of their lives. Yep. Unless we work somehow on our love muscle, and I mean that, and we are capable to love intensely more people, it doesn't happen for too many of us. That's emotional, that's super emotional availability, and not too many people have it. People barely have emotional availability, let alone super emotional availability. So that's why I say that how you learn to distract yourself in a resourceful way, it can save your intimate relationship. It can really improve the quality and how you show up. And it actually can save you the relationship with the love of your life in some cases. Okay, it's not necessarily valid for everyone, but in some cases. Again, long span materials, meditation, pure, clean, sheer meditation. Or you can go for breath work. That's even more intense. That's even more challenging, by the way. And lastly, how you show up for yourself sexually. Yep. I don't mean just masturbation. That's just one teensy-beensy part of all the stuff that it means. Showing up for yourself in your sexuality, showing up for yourself even with lack of arousal, lack of mood, low libido and all of that, that's still showing up for yourself in sexuality. It matters. The concept of making yourself becoming the love that you seek and that ideal partner that you seek is what's going to save your intimate relationship. So I'll see you tomorrow, and I wish you a full of presence intimate life.